anybody already knows, this is just a very standard video of my 2022 goal. As you'll know if you've been here the past few years, I do this video every year. I've decided to be a little kinder to myself this year. The past sort of 3 years I've really aimed high, but so high that I kind of set myself up for failure. I've tried to be a bit kinder to myself this year. I don't know if that'll be obvious, but that was sort of my thinking when doing these. So in terms of my career, I want to train someone at work. I've always liked sort of training people. This is the longest I've ever been in a job where I've not had to train people. Part that's because this job has like the lowest turnover of anywhere I've ever worked, but I think I'm at a point now where I know what I'm doing well enough to train someone, and I'd like to do that. I'm going to pay my housemate to fix my website because for the past like 3 years at least, maybe 4 years, fix my website has been on my list of to-dos. It's been aimed for so many years and it is still dog shit. I'm just gonna pay her to do it because she knows what she's doing and I'm clueless and confused at all times. I want to build a full pitch deck. I started working on this last year, but I want a full one for various projects I'm working on, so that when opportunities to pitch do arise, I have everything set and ready and I can just send it with like minor tweaks. Finally, I want to work hard for my position with By Pride. It fell off towards the end of last year, and in part that was because there was like a lot of sort of turnover of staff and things, but I kind of feel like I need to dive back in full force. In terms of education, I want to finish the master's application that I've been working on since last year. It is almost done, so this should be an easy win for me. I want to start my masters. Now this is assuming they let me on the course, but I can hope. And I want to do a Skillshare course every week. This is not sponsored in any way. I got free Skillshare when I did create a camp last year and then inadvertently paid for it. So I feel like I need to be getting my use out of it. So I've done a few courses. I tend to stick with shorter ones because my brain takes on information better that way. So doing one a week shouldn't be like particularly too much to fit in. Creative, I want to release 30 videos. I released 28 last year, so it's not a huge like step up. That puts me on like more than every 2 weeks in terms of uploads. I want to keep up with my outtakes videos for my Patreon members. My Patreon members get access to outtakes every month. I'm currently running about 2 months behind, so I want to never be more than like a month behind with my outtakes videos. I want to get a ring light. One of my friends recommended one that's actually fairly within like a budget I can find. So I think I'm going to do that because I do have soft boxes, but they're kind of not the right thing for my sort of Reformation Ramble setup. It doesn't need that, whereas just a simple ring light would probably do the trick. I want to make at least one TikTok video for every Reformation Rambles I'm uploading. I've not really made enough use out of TikTok. I think I need to practice, and in order to practice I need to be making things and actually using it. So yeah, I need to make some more TikToks. That's what I'm going to do in the if you're interested, I'll link. I want to edit some more of my novel. I've deliberately not put a number on it because the last 2 months of last year I was so out of my mind stressed that there was no way in hell I was finishing the edit of the full book that I had wanted to do. And that was good for me, so as long as I get some more editing of it done, that's progress, that's fine. I want to attend A Lovely Word, which is like a poetry event in Liverpool that's like more or less monthly, although who knows with lockdowns. I've been meaning to attend this for literal years. Things always happen that stop me going. I get COVID, I have to work, a friend rings me and they're panicked about something and I have to go help them. The world seems to have been built against me attending this. I am going to attend it this year, I swear. And finally, I want to do a year of living again. If you've been here a couple of years, you'll know a year of living was my monthly vlog series. So I just want to, you know, document that bit of my life again. I really enjoy having that to look back on. And the past couple of years, because I was doing so little for obvious reasons, it didn't make much sense to do, but I really want to bring it back, so I want to do that every month this year. Financial goals. I want to pay off my credit card. I've done it once before, I can do it again. I want to reach my emergency fund goal. Again, I came so close to this last year, I think I can do it, I just need to properly knuckle down. I want to pay off one of my overdrafts, specifically the one that I'm already putting 50 quid a month towards. I want to do a spend-free month in January, which is like where you only pay for your essentials, and then I plan to put literally everything else towards debt. And I want to limit myself to one takeaway a week, which I'm not far off, but sometimes I slip on that, so we'll see how that goes. In terms of my health, I want to rejoin a gym. One of the things that was kind of slowing me down at climbing was that my strength is not great, and whilst you do build up strength whilst practicing climbing, kind of want more sort of targeted weight training, I guess. I want stronger arms. Want to book my smear test. You meant to book it with I got my first letter about it before I turned 25, and I am now 26. Getting hold of my doctors has been a nightmare, but that's no excuse. I need to sort it out. And I need to change my address with my doctors. I've tried to do it on their online system. They keep rejecting it. Need to ring them. Just need to get over myself, do a phone call and smash all that out. Self-fulfillment. I want to read a book a month again. I did it last year. I think that's a sort of healthy amount for me to do, where I'm not pushing myself too much but I'm still getting reading in. I want to actually attend the Bi Pride UK Festival. Fingers crossed they can have a physical one this year and I can actually go. I want to do a photo a day. I can like put it together in a little video. I'm thinking of doing like photos and videos. I looked at 1 second a day. I didn't realise you had to pay for it, so I'm using a knockoff app, so we'll see how that goes. And I want to visit friends every month. If that's not possible, I at least want to be having like a video call, but hopefully I can at least get one visit or like event in every month. Finally, I want to start to integrate yoga into my morning routine. When I was recovering from surgery, I was doing yoga more or less every day because it's the only exercise I could do safely. And I quite enjoyed, spending my mornings staring out my balcony, doing weird poses at the student that come across the road. So I want to sort of work that into my routine a bit more, so that it's sort of as instant to me as, my morning putting the laundry on. But we'll see how that goes. And those are my goals for this year. This is a shorter video than all my previous ones have been because there are just less of them. So hopefully I can do these things this year. I hope. But if you did enjoy this, please give me a cheeky like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what your goals for 2022 are. I love hearing about what people's aims are. Even when they're like nothing I know anything about. Like my housemate works in the games industry and I know fuck all, but listening to him talk passionately about his work is just great. I love stuff like that. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!